We're doing it.
Nice.
We're here.
Hello, everybody. Chandler here, and today I am joined with the wonderful, the amazing
Miss Fender.
Yes. And what are we doing today? We are going to learn what it's like to be allosexual. So you, as a person who
Not
is
on the
not
spectrum.
on the asexual spectrum,
No.
I just want to learn about what it's like. So what's your name? Where are you from?
Oh, my name is Elena. I'm originally from Manitoba, Canada, but I live in BC now. Still in Canada. So I'm Canadian. It's fun, exciting.
When did you come out as allosexual?
When did I come out? Maybe the first time I kissed a boy in kindergarten.
The first kiss you ever had was in kindergarten? What? Wow.
In kindergarten.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I knew young.
You knew young.
Yeah.
How did your parents react when you came out as allosexual?
I think my mom was worried about me
Oh,
because
that's a common narrative I hear all the time.
because I've always been allosexual. So I've always
From birth.
From birth. What I mean by that is I remember, when I kind of hit puberty in junior high, I had a lot of boyfriends.
Wow.
And so I feel like that would have been like as equivalent as I could get to coming out as allosexual. And I know
Amazing.
my mom has told me now in retrospect that she was a bit worried about me at the time.
Okay.
Me and all my boyfriends.
How about like with your relationships? How did they react when you came out as allosexual?
I don't know if there was necessarily ever a conversation.
Do you also date allosexual people? Do you only date allosexual people?
I
Or
mean,
have you dated so far only allosexual people?
to my knowledge,
Wow.
yeah.
So would you ever date an asexual person?
Yeah. But so this is great because the conversation that we just had
On your channel.
on my channel,
Linked in the description down below.
gotta get that promo. The conversation that we just had, where you were talking about how sexual attraction and libido can be two separate things.
Mhm.
So, as a sexual person,
You would want to date someone with a
I-
equal sexual libido.
yeah.
Walking down the street, you
Yeah.
experience sexual attraction in like
Mhm.
everyday life.
yeah, I want to sleep with you. I want to sleep with you.
There's
Not
nothing wrong with
that
that.
much. But no, yeah, it's like I was explaining yesterday how it's almost an unconscious thing. It's not something I'm actively thinking about all the time. But when you meet someone new, it is just one of those responses that your body either has or doesn't have. Like
Okay.
when you meet someone, you're just kind of like, either you're like, like I
Is that-
would.
Is that
or-
the international language for sexual attraction?
Yeah, yeah. Or it's not for you.
So I have a great analogy for you.
Okay.
So you are also cisgender, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So as a transgender person, something that I've noticed is gender is like always on our minds. Like we're constantly surrounded by gender, the idea of gender having to go into the wrong gender bathroom, for example. Like gender is like so imposed upon us.
Yeah.
How often on your day-to-day life do you think about gender?
0.
Yeah. And so like as an
Zero.
asexual
Yeah.
person, these thoughts are like around me a
Yeah.
lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're like oblivious to it. You're like,
Absolutely.
wow, thoughts about sexual attraction. That's just something I felt. Never really had
Yeah.
to consider it.
Well, I never had to consider it because nobody's ever questioned me about it. Are you sure you're allosexual? Maybe you should wait a little longer before you know for sure. You're still kind of young. Like, no one's ever questioned the fact that I have sexual attraction, so I've never questioned it myself.
So what influenced you as a child for you to end up being allosexual? Why?
I saw Kristen Stewart.
Me
My
too.
stomach.
Wow. And the rest is history.
The rest is history,
And
and
just-
here we are today.
You've just experienced sexual attraction nonstop
Ever since nonstop, it never ends.
It never
Chandler.
ends.
It never. It's exhausting.
It's
honestly,
Wow. So it like takes up energy.
I'm
What's it
mentally
like?
and physically exhausted.
Okay, so lastly, what would you like to say to other allosexual people who are struggling with their sexuality? what's the advice that you give to people who are struggling to come out as allosexual?
You're not alone.
You're not alone.
You're not
That's
alone.
true.
You're not alone. You know, turn on your TV, watch a movie, read a book.
Odds are every single character is allosexual.
Exactly. I feel
They're
like
everywhere. They're taking over.
if you're feeling alone, just consume some media. Where have you been? Do you live under a rock?
So with that being said, in all realness,
Oh yeah.
for asexual people who are struggling to come out as asexual, you really are not alone.
No, yeah, you're really not.
There are lots of other resources for asexual people on and around the internet. Other people that
And
you
you
can
have
meet
Chandler.
who are asexual as well. And also, no matter what your experiences are, being asexual, you are valid.
Yes.
No matter what,
Absolutely.
no matter what your past is, no matter what your present is, no matter what your future is, you are valid. So another question is, what is your romantic orientation? Because that's probably something you also have never really thought about. Is like, for the asexual community, we often do differentiate our romantic and our sexual attractions
Yeah.
because they can be different, because we can experience romantic attraction and not experience sexual attraction, or
Yeah.
the other way around for aromantic people, or be on the spectrums for both of them like I am.
So being demisexual means that you need a strong bond before you experience sexual attraction. Is there such thing as demi-romantic?
Absolutely.
And would that mean that you need a strong bond before you experience romantic attraction?
Yeah, I used to actually think that that's what I was.
That would be me. I think my mind is blown a little bit right now because I'm like, okay, well then, like I would probably be demi-romantic because I'm not very. I don't feel romantic connections really ever until I have like a very strong bond with someone. Like I can only think of a couple people in my entire life that I've ever actually felt a romantic connection with. Interesting.
There you go,
Interesting.
coming out as demi-romantic.
What
What?
is your clickbait title? I don't know. I don't know. I have to think about that.
Have it just blown your mind?
Well, like you said, I've just never thought about it.
Because did you think that they were always just kind of going right hand in hand, that they were the same?
Yeah.
Because you thought, well,
Well, I
I'm
knew-
pansexual or
Yeah.
bisexual, so then I'm also like pan-biromantic.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And so that's one of the things that I say about like my own sexual and romantic orientations, is that I'm on the aromantic and asexual spectrum with a pan overtone.
I like that.
So it's I'm on the spectrum for both of those things, but for everybody.
Man, interesting.
All right. Well, we
Thanks
also
for-
did a video over on her channel, which you
Yeah.
can click down below, and also there will be an end card for it if you'd like to check that out.
Yeah, we just
Also-
had a conversation about asexuality. We talked a lot about libido and the nuances, the differences between sexual attraction and sexual experience.
Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye. So, what influenced you?
Oh,
I got it.
housekeeping. They're kicking us out.
Wait, what time is it? They shouldn't be kicking us out yet.
10:13.
I think it was just like a reminder. They're giving us a gentle push.